Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders offseason has already begun with a bang, and it is sending shockwaves through the locker room and the league at large. On Tuesday, the organization made the bold and unexpected decision to part ways with offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, a move that has left quarterback Jayden Daniels visibly blindsided and openly disappointed. Daniels had been one of Kingsbury's biggest advocates, publicly expressing his desire for the offensive mind to remain with the team just a day before the news broke. The quarterback, who has already endured the ups and downs of a career that began with a historic rookie campaign in 2024, now faces yet another challenge in the form of an offense in transition. And the news has stirred a palpable sense of unrest among key offensive players. According to NFL insider Jordan Schultz, Daniels was blindsided by the move, and several of his teammates shared a similar sentiment, highlighting a growing disconnect between the team's leadership decisions and the expectations of its players. While the departure was framed as a mutual decision, the narrative points to head coach Dan Quinn as the driving force behind the shakeup, suggesting that the Commanders are embarking on a path that prioritizes structural changes over continuity, despite the potential impact on team chemistry. Kingsbury's influence on Daniels' development cannot be understated. In 2024, under Kingsbury's guidance, Daniels captured Offensive Rookie of the Year honors, a testament to the synergy between coach and quarterback. The following season, however, was plagued by injuries, limiting Daniels to just 7 games and contributing to a significant regression in the team's offensive output. Even so, the decision to release Kingsbury represents a dramatic pivot for a franchise already grappling with disappointment following a 5-12 record. The timing and the manner of the announcement suggest a desire to reset the offensive philosophy entirely, but it also raises questions about player morale and input. Daniels, having navigated both triumph and adversity, now faces the added challenge of adapting to a new coordinator whose vision and system may differ considerably from the one that fostered his initial success. The quarterback's sense of being overlooked in the decision-making process highlights a tension that may shape both his performance and the Commanders' approach to roster and staff management moving forward. The fallout from Kingsbury's exit extends beyond Daniels. Veteran leadership within the locker room is now even more critical, and players will be looking for stability amid the turbulence. In many ways, the Commanders' decision underscores the delicate balance between organizational authority and player influence in the modern NFL, where star quarterbacks often carry both an on-field and a cultural weight that can influence personnel decisions. For Daniels, this period represents not just an adjustment to a new offensive coordinator, but also a test of resilience and adaptability. The quarterback must now weigh his commitment to the team against his professional growth and satisfaction, navigating the complexities of a changing organizational landscape. His previous disappointment with being shut down late in the season due to injury adds another layer to this narrative, illustrating the ongoing struggle between player safety, personal ambition, and team strategy. The coming weeks will likely reveal whether Daniels will have a voice in the selection of Kingsbury's replacement or whether he must adapt to a vision crafted without his input. While Daniels processes the upheaval, the Commanders are also confronting another shift, this one of a more personal and sentimental nature, with veteran running back Austin Ekeler signaling the end of his chapter in Washington through social media. Ekeler, who spent just 2 seasons with the team, took to Instagram to post a heartfelt message reflecting on his time in burgundy and gold. His words conveyed a deep appreciation for the fans and the city, hinting at a sense of closure while leaving the door open to speculation about his future. Ekeler's message, simple yet laden with emotion, resonated immediately with supporters and underscored the intangible value that experienced players bring to a franchise beyond statistics. His presence in the locker room has been one of stability, mentorship, and versatility, providing both a running threat and a reliable receiving option, which became especially important as the team navigated injuries and offensive transitions. Ekeler's gratitude towards the DMV region and Commanders Nation serves as a reminder that, Even amid organizational turbulence, player-fan connections remain a central narrative in the sport. Ekeler's career trajectory prior to Washington was marked by consistent production and remarkable durability with the Los Angeles Chargers. Over 7 seasons, he emerged as one of the league's most dynamic dual-threat backs, leading the NFL in total touchdowns twice and demonstrating an uncanny ability to influence games in multiple facets. His move to Washington in 2024, following a trade request, represented both a fresh start and a strategic acquisition for the Commanders, who were eager to infuse their offense with proven talent and veteran insight. In his first season with the team, Ekeler contributed significantly across both rushing and receiving yards, showcasing his adaptability and football IQ. However, injuries, including multiple concussions and a torn Achilles tendon, interrupted what might have been a seamless integration into the squad, setting the stage for a season defined as much by resilience as by performance. His brief tenure with Washington highlighted the duality of the NFL experience, where talent and determination are constantly tempered by the fragility of the human body and the unpredictability of professional sports. The 2025 season further compounded the challenges for Ekeler and the Commanders. An Achilles injury sustained in Week 2 against the Green Bay Packers prematurely ended his campaign, leaving him with just 43 rushing yards and 38 receiving yards on the year. The abrupt conclusion to his season mirrored the broader struggles of the Commanders' offense, which also suffered from the absence of Kingsbury and the limited availability of Daniels. Ekeler's injury not only removed a critical weapon from the offensive scheme, but also placed additional pressure on younger and less experienced players to step up. The juxtaposition of his early promise and sudden sidelining exemplifies the unpredictable nature of the NFL, where seasons can turn on a single play or a single injury, reshaping team trajectories and player legacies. As Ekeler reflects on his time in Washington, his social media post captures both the gratitude and uncertainty that define professional sports careers, offering a poignant snapshot of a player navigating transition and closure. Looking ahead, the Commanders face a pivotal offseason in which strategic decisions about coaching, player retention, and roster construction will be under intense scrutiny. Jayden Daniels' role in influencing these decisions could prove crucial, as his future with the team is intimately tied to the offensive direction the franchise pursues. Similarly, Austin Ekeler's potential departure raises questions about how the Commanders will replace veteran leadership and offensive versatility, and whether the next season will prioritize stability, innovation, or a blend of both. For fans and analysts, these developments signal a period of recalibration, where the outcomes of front office moves, draft picks, and free agent acquisitions will directly impact team cohesion and performance. The balance between retaining talent, nurturing relationships with key players, and executing a vision that restores competitiveness will define the Commanders' identity in the coming years. As the offseason unfolds, the interplay between organizational ambition and individual player influence will remain a compelling storyline, with Daniels and Ekeler representing two very different but equally important dimensions of that narrative. Ultimately, the Washington Commanders are at a crossroads. The departure of Cliff Kingsbury, the uncertainty surrounding Jayden Daniels' satisfaction and future input, and the heartfelt reflection from Austin Ekeler collectively paint a portrait of a franchise in transition, grappling with both practical and emotional challenges. This period of change offers opportunities for reinvention, but also demands careful management of player relations and fan expectations. The choices made now, from coaching hires to roster adjustments, will reverberate throughout the organization, shaping not just the immediate competitiveness of the team, but also the long-term culture and identity of the Commanders. For Daniels, this is a chance to assert his influence and resilience. For Ekeler, it is a moment to reflect on the significance of a brief yet meaningful tenure. And for the Commanders, it is a defining moment that will test leadership, vision, and adaptability. As the league watches closely, the narrative unfolding in Washington is a microcosm of the complexities and human elements that make the NFL as compelling off the field as it is on it, offering drama, strategy, and emotion in equal measure. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. It has been shaking the football world in ways that few could have anticipated, and the whispers are growing louder by the hour. Arvell Reese, the dynamic and versatile playmaker who has been turning heads in the league for the past few seasons, is reportedly heading to the Commanders. The mere mention of this potential move has already sparked an endless chain of speculation among fans, analysts, and insiders alike. Some are calling it the most audacious maneuver of the season, while others are questioning whether the front office has fully thought through the implications of bringing such a high-impact player into their fold. What is certain, however, is that the move seems to be part of a larger, more intricate plan that has been quietly taking shape behind the scenes under the watchful eyes of Quinn. Sources close to the team, who have asked to remain anonymous, suggest that there is a carefully orchestrated strategy in motion, a strategy that has been deliberately kept under wraps until now, and that the addition of Reese is just the first piece of a puzzle that could redefine the team's identity and trajectory for years to come. Fans who have followed the Commanders closely know that Quinn has never been one to act impulsively. Every move, every trade, and every roster adjustment has been the product of meticulous planning and a long-term vision. That's why this apparent acquisition of Reese has the potential to be a game-changer, not just for the team, but for the league as a whole. The whispers suggest that Quinn's plan is far more ambitious than simply adding another star to the roster. There is talk that the coaching staff, in collaboration with the front office, has been mapping out a multi-phase strategy that involves not only leveraging Reese's unique skill set, but also restructuring the offensive schemes in ways that could catch opponents completely off guard. Imagine a Commander's squad that suddenly operates with the unpredictability of a well-oiled chess machine, each piece moving not in isolation, but as part of a coordinated strategy designed to exploit every possible weakness in opposing defenses. And at the center of this, according to insiders, is Arvell Reese, whose combination of speed, agility, and football IQ makes him a perfect fit for the kind of dynamic, multidimensional approach Quinn is said to be envisioning. The rumors surrounding Reese's move have ignited a firestorm on social media, with fans dissecting every possible angle, projecting potential lineups, and debating how this acquisition could influence the team's draft strategy in the coming years. Some analysts have suggested that this is the start of a broader cultural shift within the Commanders organization, one that prioritizes innovation and adaptability over conventional approaches. If that is indeed the case, then the implications of Reese's arrival could be far more profound than simply adding another star to the roster. Imagine, for a moment, a team where every offensive play is designed to maximize Reese's strengths while simultaneously keeping opponents guessing at every turn. Reports indicate that Quinn has been quietly meeting with coordinators, reviewing game tapes, and experimenting with formations that would have seemed unthinkable just a few seasons ago. The suggestion is that the Commanders are preparing for a style of play that is highly fluid, highly unpredictable, and highly dangerous to any defense that underestimates them. In other words, Reese might not just be joining the Commanders. He might be the keystone in a carefully constructed architecture designed to redefine what it means to be competitive in this league. And the timing of this move is equally intriguing. Some insiders hint that there may be additional maneuvers planned, moves that could involve further trades, draft day gambits, or strategic acquisitions designed to complement Reese's arrival. The secrecy surrounding these plans has only fueled speculation, leading to endless debates among fans and pundits alike. One thing seems certain: the Commanders are playing a long game, one that might not be fully understood by anyone outside the organization at this point, and Reese appears to be the first, highly visible step in that plan. What makes this development even more fascinating is the way in which Quinn's rumored strategy seems to diverge from conventional wisdom. In a league where incremental adjustments and cautious planning often dominate, the suggestion that the Commanders are preparing a bold, high-risk, high-reward approach is both exciting and nerve-wracking for fans. Imagine the impact on rival teams, the scrambling of defensive coordinators, and the conversations that will undoubtedly ripple across locker rooms and front offices alike. Reese's ability to adapt, improvise, and execute under pressure fits perfectly with this rumored approach, creating a synergy that insiders suggest has been meticulously nurtured behind the scenes. There is talk that Quinn has been studying Reese's tendencies, reviewing not only game footage but also personal training regimens, mental preparation, and leadership qualities. The implication is that this is not a gamble. It is a calculated decision aimed at achieving maximum leverage on both the field and within the locker room. The more you consider it, the more it seems that this acquisition is not simply about immediate performance. It is about shaping a culture, a philosophy, and an identity that could endure long after individual players come and go. Meanwhile, the fan reaction has been electric, bordering on feverish. Social media platforms have exploded with posts analyzing Reese's fit with the Commanders, projecting potential highlights, and debating how he might alter the trajectory of the team's season. Memes, reaction videos, and speculative graphics are being produced at a rate that suggests this is not just another signing. It feels like a seismic event. Sports forums are buzzing with theories that range from the plausible to the wildly imaginative, with some suggesting that Reese's presence could even influence the team's draft selections in ways that are strategically aligned with Quinn's hidden agenda. Pundits on podcasts are dissecting the move with surgical precision, debating how the Commanders might deploy him across multiple roles and whether the team's existing roster has the flexibility to support such an ambitious plan. There is a palpable sense of anticipation, a feeling that we are on the cusp of witnessing a potentially transformative chapter in the team's history, and all eyes are now on how Reese will integrate into this highly secretive, highly ambitious vision. And yet, with all the excitement, there remains a sense of mystery. Nobody outside the inner circle knows the full extent of Quinn's strategy, and that uncertainty is precisely what has fueled the ongoing speculation. Some insiders suggest that the move is only the beginning, a prelude to a series of calculated maneuvers designed to reshape not only the Commanders but the competitive landscape of the league itself. Others caution that the stakes are high and that the pressure on Reese to perform, adapt, and lead could be immense. Still, the overarching narrative that has emerged from these whispers is one of bold ambition, strategic ingenuity, and a willingness to break from convention in pursuit of a higher goal. If Quinn's rumored plan unfolds as insiders suggest, Reese's arrival could mark the beginning of a new era, one where the Commanders are not merely participants in the league, but innovators, trendsetters, and perhaps even disruptors of the status quo. Adding another layer to this unfolding drama are the subtle clues being dropped by team insiders in interviews and press conferences. Nothing has been explicitly confirmed, yet the hints are enough to set off speculation. Observers note the unusual frequency of meetings between coaching staff and front office personnel, the sudden interest in scouting specific types of players, and even the minor but notable changes in training routines. All of these factors feed into the narrative that Quinn's plan is comprehensive, multifaceted, and designed with a long-term vision in mind. Reese is rumored to be the centerpiece of this strategy, not simply because of his on-field abilities, but because of his capacity to embody the type of leadership, adaptability, and football intelligence that Quinn values most. In other words, this move is about far more than the immediate gains. It is about building a framework, a system, and a culture that can sustain excellence over multiple seasons. While nothing is officially confirmed, the speculation alone is enough to captivate the imagination of the football community. Fans, analysts, and casual observers alike are captivated by the possibility that the Commanders may be on the verge of something truly revolutionary. Reese's rumored arrival has already set the stage for endless debates, analyses, and predictions. Some are cautiously optimistic, others skeptical, but all agree on one thing. This development, real or rumored, has shifted the conversation in a way that few other moves could. The intrigue lies not only in Reese's individual talent, but also in the hidden dimensions of Quinn's strategy, the parts of the plan that have been deliberately concealed from public view, and the ways in which those elements might come together to produce a team capable of extraordinary, perhaps unprecedented, performance. In conclusion, while the official announcements remain pending and the final details of this story are yet to be revealed, the speculation surrounding Arvell Reese and the Commanders has already taken on a life of its own. QUINN's rumored plan, shrouded in secrecy yet brimming with ambition, suggests a vision for the team that extends far beyond the ordinary. If the rumors hold true, we may be witnessing the first steps in a strategic transformation that could redefine the Commanders, the league, and the way we think about roster building, game planning, and football innovation as a whole. And at the heart of this unfolding drama is Arvell Reese, whose potential impact extends well beyond his own remarkable abilities. He might very well be the catalyst, the spark, and the centerpiece of a daring plan that could change everything. For now, the football world watches, speculates, and waits, knowing that when, and if, the full picture emerges, the implications could be nothing short of historic. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.